Atlas Earthlings. Welcome back. Bronze Dragon here. Once again, saying thanks for dropping by. I do appreciate your time. Right off the bat, we are going to talk about how the challenges went this month and how they're going, and look at some numbers and talk about how I've done in the challenges and what that's led me to accomplish this month in the month of March, and what I'm looking forward to doing in the month of April, which will halfway point in April will make my 1 year playing Atlas Earth. But before that, I want to say please like the video if you like this kind of content, and please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. The numbers show that more than 60% of the people that watch my videos just aren't subscribed, and it would help me out greatly. Thanks very much. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Before we start talking about the numbers and the challenges and everything and how those have been going, I got a comment on a video that was related to how I talk about and mention the using my referral code. Okay, we've talked about this a number of times, and I always bring it up that using your referral code and putting it out there for friends and family, and if you have a following on a social media to tell people about the game and see if they want to sign up, is a great way to earn a few extra Atlas bucks here and there. But to fully describe how to use it, it takes 2 to 3 minutes, something like that. And I try to fit it in all my videos because it's helped me out, frankly. Thank you to all the people that have used my code to go ahead and start the game. I appreciate it. But I wanted to take a few minutes because somebody had mentioned in the comments, and a little bit snidely, I'm not going to put out any names. I'm not doing any call outs here. But in some videos, I don't go through the full explanation. I just say something like, hey, if you'd like to start playing the game after watching this video, use my referral code. I don't explain the whole thing. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here, and we're going to go through this so that you know, if you're new to the game, you know how it works. And if you have been playing the game for a while, maybe you can get some ideas on how to use your referral code. Okay. First of all, now to get started off, where do you find it? Okay, you open the game, you click on your picture up to the left corner, your account icon, and you get this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to click on the little gear icon. And from there, you're going to scroll down until you see that invite friends box. You're going to click on send invite. And from there, it's going to give you some options on what you want to do with it. I'm not going to go into that because then it will open up my email and show my contacts and different things like that. But you'll have the option to copy your code and a link. It gives you a code and a link, or it'll give you an option to go ahead and email people. Okay, so those are your options. What I do is I go ahead and copy it, and then I use it in my video description. So if people want to join, they can just click on the link and join. And oh, by the way, you're getting ready to find out what you can get if you use my referral code. If you like the sound of playing Atlas Earth and you've looked at a few videos and you want to start playing, please use my referral code. Okay, so with that said, how does it work? Okay, so you've got a link. So if the people click the link that you send them, it'll take them to the store to download the app. Or you've got a referral code, which is a 5 or 6 digit code, okay? Now, here's the key, okay? If they're going to use that code, they have to use it immediately after they get that first in-game parcel that the game gives them. Okay, when you start the game up, you get that first parcel for free, basically. After that, they need to use the code. They can't buy any other parcels. Once they bought that first parcel, after that, they can't use the code. Okay, so this needs to be explained. So basically, they get into the game. If they click on the link, they don't have to use the code. Otherwise, they can download the game, they can set it up to start playing, and then use that referral code directly after they get their first in-game plot. Okay, I just want to be very clear on that. Now, the next point is that what can you get out of it? Well, on one side, the person using the code and starting to play the game new gets 200 free Atlas bucks after they have bought 10 in-game parcels. Okay, now that is after the first free parcel, so that makes it at their 11th parcel. Okay, when they hit their 11th parcel, then they get 200 free Atlas bucks. And this is what the person that was writing in comment section of one of my videos was angry about. They didn't know that they had to wait until 11th parcel to get their 200 free Atlas bucks, and they hadn't got that off my description, or I hadn't explained it right in that particular video. So sorry about that, but in the big picture of things, when you start to play the game, 10 parcels really doesn't take all that long if you're playing the game seriously. Now, what does the person that hands out their referral code get? They get 100 Atlas bucks, not all at once though. They get 10 Atlas bucks for every parcel that the new person buys. So along the way, that those 10 parcels that new person is buying, they get 10, 10, 10, 10. So it adds up to 100. If that person quits after 5, they only got 50, right? So very clear, the person starting the game gets 200 at their 11th parcel, and the person that had handed out the referral code gets 100, but in increments of 10. Okay, I hope that was very clear. And like I said, in some videos, I don't explain it fully. I just say, hey, if you want to start, you'll get 200 free Atlas bucks, whatever. So, okay, with that explanation of the referral code process out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the meat and potatoes of this video. Okay, as of the recording day, right now it is the 4th of March. I completed the March challenge ladder today. The numbers stayed the same largely that I encountered from January and February. The big change over in January, we'll take a look at those numbers here in a minute. But the order, they continue to change the order around a bit, I guess, to look at how the numbers are doing on the back end. So I was able to complete the challenge ladder for March in 4 days. That's 1 day sooner than the last 2 months. I was also able to go through the 5% tier here in the United States and do the full tier jump within 4 days. I've discussed this on other videos, but basically due to the challenge ladder and the number of different buy parcel challenges, I couldn't just buy them all at one time. I had to space them out so I get credit for the challenges. Now, in hindsight, I only did the first 3 tiers and I completed before I did the full 4th tier. But whenever I went and bought the first tier, because we're talking about 145 parcels, I just bought 100 right off the bat. Okay, that ended up kicking me up above the break-even point. So even on day 1, I was still making more after I bought that 100 than what I was previously. But either way, I was able to accomplish the full tier jump, even though it wasn't all at one time. Now, we're over here on Atlas Earth Calculator. Once again, you can find links to this website in the show notes. This is made by Matt Smith, not by myself, but it's a nice tool here to use. You can see the rarity breakdowns that I'm at right now. Once again, I'm at the top of the 5% tier at 875, and you can see that I'm above average in common, slightly below average in rare, and a little bit below average in epic, and slightly above average in legendary. But that is really due to the fact that I have put down 2 of my legendary parcel upgrades now in the area I was buying parcels at tonight. So there's that. Now let's jump over to the Atlas Reality support website. If you don't know where these are, it can be found on the support website, and this is what we refer to when we talk about tier jumping. Okay, so this month in March, I went from 730 to 875, and I was successful the last 3 months in doing tier jumps. But if you haven't looked at the numbers, the tiers get progressively bigger, so they get progressively harder to do. Or save up for, rather. So my next tier is going to be 876 to 1100. But I don't believe I'm going to be able to do that full tier, but I'm mostly concerned with my break-even point. I haven't figured it out yet, but I was able to accomplish that this month with 100. And overall, my goal here is going into April 15th will be my 1 year in the game. And if I can hit 1,000 in April, like be able to say I bought 1,000 parcels in game in the first year, I would consider that a win, because I never thought I would get to this point when I first started out. Okay, first of all, shout out to Annalise and Cashul for creating and upkeeping this spreadsheet. It is not an official Atlas Earth recognized tool, but it is upkept since the beginning of this whole process of having the monthly challenges as a record and being able to compare and keep track of everything. So shout out to them. I did not make this. I was just kind of referring to this for information, and I'll leave a link to this in the show notes if you want to reference it. But I wanted to drop in here for a minute and check it out because if you've been playing, then you know that the numbers and largely along the way, as this challenge ladder has fleshed itself out and changed, the numbers have changed a lot and the order of the challenges have changed a lot. Now, November and December November started big on the numbers as far as what was required. December pared those down a little bit. And then in January, we saw a huge change. And you can check out the page and look at them. But January, February, and March were all looking at just about the same numbers as far as I could see. I couldn't see any difference. The difference being the order in which everything came and what was required. Okay, so what do I mean? Okay, so in January, February, and March, we're looking at the mini games requiring 2 wins, 4 wins, 6 wins, and 8 wins. And that applies in February and March as well. Complete surveys. Now, this is one of those things that went way down from November and December, the amounts required. We're talking 1, 1, 2, and 3, and same thing in February and March. The boost non-SRB, 10, 15, 20, and 35. And once again, same in February and March. Now, I'm not going to go through all this. You can take a look at them. But the other interesting thing is if you're playing along with the challenge ladder, you might want to take a look at how the actual challenges have fell in line. That's what mainly has changed. I'll tell you one thing. The last couple months, I was able to do the first 2 tiers of buy parcels basically back to back. And then I would have several other things. We'll take a look at what I actually had to complete my challenges. So I know everybody's got a little bit different plans on how they participate in the game. Me, I'm just taking advantage of most of the stuff in the game. I don't do the travel. There's a couple things I don't do. If you've been watching my videos, you know I don't really like doing the mini games. I do them enough to clear them off the ladder, but you can see that I did the convert virtual rent to Atlas bucks. I did the first 2 or 3 tiers. I didn't end up doing that final tier for $6 though. I chose not to do that. I did my boost non-SRB for 10. I did my surveys, several different, I think the first 3 tiers in that. I did my arcade goal, amp mission, purchase parcel, the first tier. Then I got 2 tiers of win warship, 2 back to back, which I did within one event. Complete the second level complete survey, or that is that the third. Either way, then I had boost rent non-SRB. I did another level of complete arcade goals. 2 different back-to-back arcade goals. I had to download a new game to do it because all the games I had presently were kind of long-range games that have been taking a long time, and I wanted to clear those off. We went out and bought 1 city badge. I did my convert virtual rent for 2, so that's a total of $3. Then I did 2 more tiers of purchase parcels, and then the third level of convert virtual rent. So that made $7 for me this month. Now the first 1 or 2 tiers I got in within the 33 to 1 event. This last one I did not. And then complete survey, and I topped it off with an amp mission by getting some yogurt for lunch today. So I'll just end it here. Hope everyone is doing well in their March challenges. Leave me a comment in the comment section about, hey, how are you doing? Have you completed it? I see a lot of people completed in not a lot. Several people I saw completed in a couple days. Not that there's any real rush to do this. You don't get anything extra. You have the full month to do it. And if you choose not to do amp missions or something like that, or do the convert, it's going to take longer because you're going to have to use the mini games. I think that it's organized pretty well in that you have several different options in the way that you can complete the monthly challenge ladder, and they don't really drill you into a hole by saying, oh, you have to do this. There's several different ways you can complete. So either way, once again, I'm 1 month short of a year in Atlas Earth, and you can see I've made about $237. Not that I've removed all that. In fact, an interesting couple numbers that came out of the team is that when you go to log in, and the login screen shows that more than $10 million at this point of virtual rent has been earned by people playing Atlas Earth. More than 2 million of that has been actually cashed out. And from, I asked Mod Manning earlier, he said that greater than 50%, another factoid, is that greater than 50% of the people play reinvest the virtual rent that they have made in the game into the game to further their progress, which is kind of describes what I'm doing with some of the money by paying for the $10 a month fee for subscribing to the challenge ladder. We've talked about that in several other videos. Either way, this has been Bronze Dragon. Hey, if you like the sound of playing a game where you can earn some money on the side, use my referral code, and check out the beginning of the video if you want an explanation of what you get out of using the referral code. I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy, and hey, stay boosted, and I'll see you in Atlas Earth.